ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome your two teams out this afternoon, Dulwich Hamlet and...
Dulwich Hamlet play the first of their two pre-season games against National League opponents this afternoon, with Bromley their hosts at the Westminster Waste Stadium. Bromley have won 3 of their 4 pre-season games so far this year, with the latest game coming in midweek against the Crystal Palace 11, where an own goal was enough to give them the victory. Ex-Hamlet defender Mark Anthony Okoye lines up for last season's FA Trophy finalists. Dulwich gave Charlton Athletics' first team a real run for their money on Wednesday, but despite a sensational Bar and Lawrence leveller, the Football League side eventually prevailed to win 2-1. Gavin Rose selects new centre-backs Magnus Okongi and Daniel Papo together from the start for the first time. The players will be competing for the Glyn Beverly Memorial Cup this afternoon. Can they put on a show in honour of the former Bromley and Hamlet board member?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, supporters, players, staff and officials of Dulwich Hamlet and Bromley come together as one to pay our respects to a man who was well loved at both clubs and dedicated so much of his life to football. So, ladies and gentlemen, at the signal of the referee's whistle, I ask that you please be upstanding, observe and respect a minute's silence. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your cooperation.
Free kick can be taken. All by Frankie Raymond. It's nodded on and Edwards has to make the early save. Innovative header, it's the captain who nodded on, Jack Holland. Edwards with the first save of the afternoon. It's a decent one as well at that. They go short. Out wide. It's blocked at the near post, and over it sails. Ashley Crew it was who got his head on that. It looks like it will be Raymond's to take though. Beats the wall, but it's over the top. Edwards was scrambling. He was a bit uncertain if it was going to nestle in the back of his net, but couldn't get the ball down again, Frankie Raymond. Chambers should meet that, he does. He's had an excellent pre-season, Michael Chambers. Alongside dominating possession. Crew shrugs off to Silva. Good ball at the top. Can Clunis be in here? Yes, he is. Norrin Clunis at 1-0, his first goal of pre-season. Dulwich with their first shot on goal take a bit of a surprise lead. Another great through ball by Ashley Crew, and it's finished off by last season's top scorer. Waited for David Gregory to come out and rolls it past him. Crew just chipped it over the top. Clunis timed his run nicely, onside. And as the goalkeeper came out, just put it to his left into the bottom corner. And his first goal of this year's pre-season. Worked a couple of short routines so far. I wonder if they might lay off across the penalty area again. They do. Again, Dulwich don't pick up the man. It's Taylor who strikes it, always rising. We've seen a couple of short corners so far, and that was the same from Raymond, laying it off to the edge of the area. Again, dropping deep to get involved. Ferguson's made the run from midfield this time. He's got Green in space to his left, and he'll use him. Hasn't been able to get forward too often yet, Nathan Green. Supported by Byron Lawrence. He's gone for goal. Sails over the crossbar in the end, it was. Moving through the air though. Man who scored a couple of long-range efforts so far this pre-season. Supported by Bobby Joe Taylor. So across at the end of this attack. Not for now. Higgs will send it in. And a free header in there. It's George Porter for 1-1. He's offside, it won't count. Offside flag. Prevents Porter from registering another goal. Whittaker to Taylor. And it comes down. Johnson's arriving. Good save by Edwards. Tips onto the crossbar. Bromley still on the attack, but Crew should be able to clear against Porter. He does. Dan Johnson forward from the wing-back role. Edwards got a little finger on that. Excellent save by Edwards to give it to Green. Couldn't use Clunis, who will get hold of the ball now. He's onside. Running at Holland. Shifts it across to Ferguson. Got Ming to his right if he wants to use him. Goes for goal himself, Nathan Ferguson. The former Bromley man can't keep his shot down. And sails harmlessly away for a goal kick. Porter with a long throw. It's helped on. Man around the back is Dan Johnson. Edwards has had to produce a save low down at his near post. I think that one maybe got away from the goalkeeper. It's harmlessly away for the corner, I suppose you could say. Edwards does get his body behind the ball at least. The Bromley skipper Bugail linked up well with Porter in that first half. Porter had the ball in the back and there, it was given offside. High for Bugail again. Sends in Dan Johnson's arriving. He's already had one header in the first half, which he almost scored from Johnson. Good challenge by Quaid Taylor. Taylor puts it wide. Bobby Joe Taylor couldn't find the bottom corner there. Dulwich made a bit of a meal of clearing their lines in the end. Dan Johnson almost got in. Quaid Taylor with an important block. And Bobby Joe Taylor for Bromley couldn't test Edwards. Meekums. Porter looking to get involved. Congo with the first touch. Meekums continues and finds Dan Johnson. He's in one-on-one with Edwards. Strong save by Preston Edwards. And Ferguson's there on the loose ball. Dan Johnson denied yet again by the Dulwich goalkeeper. Another smart save by Preston Edwards. Lawrence has a league feel to this game. Lawrence has taken too long. Here's Porter, who's onside, played on by Okonge and Taylor, I think. Porter one-on-one, can he beat Edwards? He can. It's the wrong side of the post though. Delicate little flick over Preston Edwards. Trickles agonisingly wide for Bromley. On top here, the home side. Dulwich were slow to get up. Like a foul in that department, but maybe he did use his hands on his opponent. Chambers has given that away, that's not a good pass. Raymond will find Taylor, he's in behind Michael Chambers. Gets to the byline, pulls it back. Here's Porter. Good save again by Edwards. He's on a one-man mission this afternoon, Preston Edwards. He won't be beaten. And palms that one over the crossbar for the corner kick. 3 saves of those kind of headers he's made today. Again, they play it short. Bobby Joe Taylor. That's foot around the cross. Glance wide. Another corner. Must have been a Dulwich head. Got the touch on that. It's a wicked ball in by Taylor. Dulwich really are under the cosh. Play it quickly and short again. Raymond. Okoye free header. Well defended Nathan Ferguson. That was goal bound by Mark Okoye. And this time, when Edwards can't get the touch, Nathan Ferguson does. Gavin Rose will be concerned, but at least his side are defending resolutely. Just took his goal in Germany particularly well. And the one at Walthamstow, actually all 3 of his goals have been nice finishes. Clunis. Gavin Tomlin, haven't seen much of him since coming on. Rolls inside, back on the outside, Gavin Tomlin towards the near post, palmed away by the keeper. Dulwich register a shot on target. And Gavin Tomlin almost bringing them a second goal there in fine style. It's a nice pass. Halloran's in. Tangara has come out. It's a good save by Amadou Tangara. A bit slow to come and meet the threat. Made himself big and got down well and it cannons off his shoulder. Porter just slipped in a Halloran and Tangara carries on where Edwards left off. Lawrence out to Tomlin. Dulwich trying to counter. Well, Tomlin couldn't hold on to the ball for long enough and Bromley back in the ascendancy. Roger Johnson is forward, it's over him. Clunis can't get a touch, Porter does. It's Taylor, this for 1-1. It's an own goal by Quaid Taylor. Bromley deserve that level up. It has been coming for much of the game. It's the unfortunate Quaid Taylor who's put through his own net. It was a miscued shot in the end from his namesake, Bobby Joe Taylor. If he hadn't got a touch, he would have gone wide of the far post, but Bromley have deserved that level up and been the better side this afternoon, without question. It's unlucky for Taylor that it's coming off him at the far post. Going out to Dan Johnson. Raymond. Johnson to Taylor. Former Aldershot man sends in a good cross, and it's 2-1. The offside flag though has gone up and it won't be allowed. Second time it's denied Bromley a goal in this game. 18 trying to control against Roger Johnson. It might break for Tomlin, not quite. Ferguson, 18. Tomlin now gets it, pocket of space to work with. Goes to the early shot and tip wide. Canton RS kind of flicked that from Gavin Tomlin, trying to chip it into the far top corner. Gregory might have just been sneaking wide, he wasn't to know. Tips it away for the corner in any case. Clever vision from Gavin Tomlin. Knew he didn't have maybe the pace to get away. I would say that defence maybe won't have done its job if he's the man of the match. Ferguson finds Clunas. There's no time for one last Dulwich attack. The 18's made a breakaway to his right. Cross might still find Clunas, it does. On he goes, Clunas, pulls it back. Here's Lawrence now. The dying embers of this game. And the referee decides that's enough, Dulwich won't get another chance on goal. It's honours even then, as this Glyn Beverly Memorial Cup draws to a close. Bromley equalising late on. Deserved to equalise with an own goal from Quaid Taylor in the 79th minute after Nyron Clunas has given Dulwich an early 9th minute lead. There will be penalties in this one. Dulwich rode their luck during this game. Preston Edwards made some top draw saves to keep Bromley at bay, and indeed he was named man of the match. He made some real fingertip saves. Dan Johnson in particular can feel hard done by, but Edwards was in goal today. A couple of offsides, flags denying George Porter goals as well. This one, it's going to go to penalties. Dulwich's first penalty shootout since that shootout in May. Full-time score though at the Westminster Waste Stadium. Bromley 1, Dulwich 1. Up against David Gregory. Didn't have much to do today, the goalkeeper. Carew beats him. Almost waiting for the goalkeeper to move. Sends it to his left, Gregory went to his right. And Dulwich draw first blood in the shootout. Second half substitute for the home side. Up against Amadou Tangara. Last time he was involved in a penalty shootout for Dulwich, he of course saved 2 spot kicks from Daniel Uchichi and Ollie Sprague in that shootout in May. And Sutherland restore parity. Yes, he can. Thunderous penalty. And again, the goalkeeper gets the wrong way. I think even if he had gone to his right, he still wouldn't have kept that one out from Sutherland. It was a fine spot kick. Imagine he'll go for power. And always chips in with a few goals in a season. Thunderous again. Just like the previous one from Sutherland. Hit it low. Beyond the dive of Gregory. He did go the right way this time. George Porter, who had a couple of goals ruled out for offside during the game. Header in either half. Quick run up. And again, puts it to the goalkeeper's right. Tangara went a little early there. Maybe saw that Porter. But again, it's right in the corner. Byron Lawrence, Dulwich's summer recruit from Billericay, steps up next. He's had a very good pre-season with 3 goals to his name. A couple of stunning goals in there as well. It's a long run up from him to the area. Goes down the middle. Gregory almost dived over that one. Dulwich 3 from 3 so far. It's Bobby Joe Taylor, who's been one of Bromley's star performers today. Made the goal, and he's put it in as well. The standard of penalties has been good so far. Next up, Gavin Tomlin. Short run up, and saved by Gregory. And the first spot kick missed in the shootout has come from Dulwich's experienced striker. Not the best penalty in truth. Frankie Raymond to give Bromley the lead for the first time in the shootout. He does. Tangara started to go the wrong way and just sunk to his knees. 4 from 4 from Bromley. Again, it's a short run up. Dulwich's trialist, number 18, has to score this. Looks composed. And it's a good penalty. Very nicely done from the 18. An experienced former Premier League defender to seal the game. Saved by Tangara. Keeper went the right way, and Tangara pulls off the save, so Bromley's number 5 misses penalty number 5, and we go to sudden death. Man with vast experience, the Nigerian. Not a great penalty either, didn't look comfortable taking that. And centre back is denied by Gregory, and Bromley have a second chance to seal this one. And this to give them a 5-4 win in the shootout then. Tangara made a save when he had to. Does so again. Again, it's gone down the middle. Tangara using one of those long legs to keep the ball out all the way along the ground from Higgs. Nathan Ferguson missed Dulwich's only penalty they missed in the playoff final. It's taking their 7th one today. Players want to stay out there, don't want to go home. This time he scores. He enjoyed that one, Nathan Ferguson. Puts it into the corner. The players are enjoying themselves out there. You can see it's a very relaxed atmosphere on the halfway line. Next up, Dan Johnson. On another day he could have scored 2 or 3 today. Preston Edwards made a couple of really good saves to keep him out. Left back up against Tangara, and he scores as well. 5-5 after 7. The captain, well, he scored his first goal of pre-season as early as the 9th minute. Slots it beyond David Gregory, sending the wrong way. Dulwich again have a lead in the shootout. It's ebbed and flowed one way or another. 6-5 the Hamlet lead. Now it's the turn of Jake Goodman. Came on in the second half for Mark Anthony Okoye. One of their summer recruits from Maidenhead. Puts the ball down. And Tangara save another. He can, and Dulwich win. It's not quite as important as the penalty shootout was against Hendon by any stretch of the imagination, but it's always nice to win a penalty shootout. And Dulwich are the winners of the Glyn Beverly Memorial Cup. They've won 6-5 on penalties.
Okay, we are delighted to welcome several members of the Beverly family here today to present the Cup to Dulwich Hamlet. Big thank you for your support this afternoon as we remember a man fondly remembered by both clubs. So, Mr. Paul Greenwood, Vice Chairman, and the Beverly family will now present the Glyn Beverly Memorial Cup to Dulwich Hamlet. Congratulations to Dulwich Hamlet. We'd like to wish them all the best for their upcoming season.
Gav, another good workout for the boys today, particularly in the defensive third of the field.
Yeah, definitely. We knew that it would be physically challenging. We knew it would be quicker than the games that we played so far, and we would have been a lot fitter now off the back of that. And also our awareness and senses of playing in a game of like a battling sort of game. They're awake now, sort of thing. There were times where the game got really touchy and the referee had to get involved. And like I say, it's good for us because we know that at the start of the season that's what it's going to be like. So that was good. We showed a different side to us today. It was really nice. Probably the last few seasons, you could say 80 to 90% of the games we've been in control of the ball. We've had the chances, and it's been opposition who've been defending well against us. Is this just maybe a glimpse into what we have to get used to this season? Well, of course, Bromley are a league above us. again, so they're full time. So I don't know if any other team would be as physically powerful as they are, because they could carry on running because they've got them extra legs. So I wouldn't expect a team to powerfully dominate us for such longer periods. But at times we still passed the ball well and we still showed ourselves to be a threat. Some of their players mentioned that could have been a league game in their league. So I don't think we've done ourselves a disservice. It was good. But we're happy if we have to defend. We can't always have the ball all the time. If we have to defend, we're happy to do that. We know we've got threats on the counter-attack anyway, and sometimes when people are coming onto you, you can be even more dangerous.
It's nice to see that at the club we've got two excellent goalkeepers. One got man of the match, and when he came off, we've got another one who can come on and save 3 penalties.
Yeah, definitely. Both of them, I thought, done really well, acquitted themselves well. It's good for both of them to put a challenge on there. There's a nice, friendly competition. And we know that obviously if one's not playing well or injured, then the other one can come and do a job, which is great for us. We've never really had that over the years, so we're hoping to. Well, I think the league we're in, we're going to need it.
Nyren's played most of his minutes out on the flank during pre-season, but reverted back to a striker stand. Just again, further proof of what he's becoming as more of a striker role.
Yeah, definitely. Ball from Ash was good. Caught them quite flat. They were pressing us quite high. Obviously, once Nyren gets in, you're probably not going to catch him. Good cool finish. So yeah, he's definitely shown a lot of signs that that's where he's going to end up. That's the long-term position for him. We know he can do a job, but there'll be a point there that becomes permanent.
There are plenty of players in this squad that can play various roles. Seen Gavin Tomlin move into midfield in pre-season, Onof Wiggins move into the centre-back role, as has Sanchez Ming. So there's good flexibility in there. There is,
and it's important for us because you never know what's going to happen. You might get a few injuries. You might have a game where you need to move people around, and you know, the knowledge that they can play in different positions is really important. So it's good, and I think they're open-minded to try different things as well, so it's good.
2 excellent workouts this week in games, one more to come next weekend, and then you reckon you'll be in a good place for the first game in terms of the fitness levels?
Yeah, I do. I think after today, next week we go away to Hornchurch on the Tuesday. We train on Monday and Wednesday, so we've got a full week before Maidstone, and after that I think we'll have a bit of downtime before our first game of the season. But I think we're in good shape. We're just hoping and we don't get too many bad injuries on the way, and everyone's fit and healthy.